mic is working.
Oh, the camera's broken?
Yeah, it's been acting up real funny the past couple meetings, so I think it needs to be replaced.
We can't do anything like this now. Is it too late to do something like this? No. Or go on to
Is
the.
it still-
Fine. You still have audio and everything, so it'll be fine.
Okay.
So we can still publish the meeting, but it'll be
Yes.
audio
Yes.
only? Okay, well,
We'll
alright,
figure it
so
out.
make a
Everybody's
note,
doing it
need a new
easier than
camera.
the fancy cameras anyway. You see those notes on there now, saying, I just use my phone.
Okay, roll call, we have Cheryl, Ginger, myself, Evan McAuliffe, I guess no one can see. We have the town attorney Richard, we have street department with Mr. Floyd, sewer with Mr. Clausen.
Terry said he would not be here tonight.
Yeah, their chief training meeting was behind or something of that nature, so.
Oh, right.
So, he was hoping he'd be able to make it in on time, but I guess that didn't work out, so. Alright, that's roll call.
Yes.
Okay.
Richard's just
Oh, that's right.
Okay, approval of meeting minutes from the previous meeting. I didn't see any issue with them.
No, I would move to accept the minutes as written.
All second, those in favor? Aye, okay. Claims. I'll take the pink form, the other. Sure. I have a motion to approve claims.
I would make a motion to approve the claims.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, alright,
That'll be easy for my
Yeah.
minutes.
okay. Alright, moving on to public issues, we have Mr. Kenny first, for the tourism board.
Well, I wanted to say that Owen County Tourism is very happy that Ginger wants to serve on the tourism board, and we're really looking forward to working with her.
Alright.
And so, this would be to fill the vacant seat left by
Right.
passing Mike Spinks. And so, our board terms are for 4 years, and so she would be filling the remainder of Mike's term, which Mike's term is January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2027.
That was ours.
Mhm.
So you want to make a motion that you officially name her that.
Okay, well then
didn't
I-
have it in the records.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we name Ginger to the Owen County Tourism Board.
You'll have to second yourself.
And
Or-
I'll second.
Okay.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
How silly, but all right.
We appreciate it.
Okay. Is that all you had?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you had any questions.
No, I don't at the moment. Thank you. I know how to get a hold of you if I do.
Okay, sounds good.
Moving on to the Boys and Girls Club.
Hi, everybody. As most of you already know, I'm Brady Hamilton. I'm the Owen County Community Director. If you could get that to John since he's not here, and there's one for you. I have included an invite to our Founders and Friends Luncheon that we're having on May 6th out at the Boys and Girls Club, and also our annual report from 2025. So just wanted to say thank you for hearing our proposal. I'm going to turn it over to Darcy. She's our VP of Resource Development. She's going to talk a little bit about our proposal that we presented to you.
Yeah, thanks Brandy, and nice to meet you all. Thank you all for inviting me here today. It's really nice to see you all, some familiar faces. So first I just want to say thank you for your past support. You all got in on the ground floor and realized and recognized that this community needed a club. Your kids were asking for it, parents were asking for it. So thank you for believing in our mission, and thank you for to go home to an empty house. So, you always have to think about that and put that in perspective, but they're coming to the club and they're being delighted in, right? Our staff just delight in these kids, and they get to know them and they ask them about their families, and it's kids of all demographics, which we really love. We're serving in Gosport and Patricksburg, and then at La Campana we serve the McCormick's Creek and the Spencer kiddos. And you know, the need continues to rise, especially for some of our older kids. So life just feels a little bit different growing up now, right? Like it feels a little bit harder than it did when I was a kid. Everything feels a little bit higher stakes and more stressful, and we're trying to find a way to reach those teens, like that really critical part. They're calling them like the anxious generation, just because there's so much pressure on them for their grades to excel and to just be good at everything all the time, and social media, everything's online, and it's just, it's devastating. But some of those kids need us most, and a kid like Jayla, and I'll tell you a short story about Jayla. Jayla is our Youth of the Year. She came from a single parent household. She had to grow up a little bit too early. She had to help with her young siblings, get them ready for school, homework, prep, things of that nature, where she just was really stepping in as a second parent for her mother to be supported. She got to start coming to the club when she was 8, and she is about 15 now, and she still comes to the club. And I asked her, I said, Jayla, you're about to have your license, like, why do you still come to the club? And she was like, it's a place where I can still be a kid. Like, I don't have responsibilities. I can just come to the club, and, you know, I get to help with the younger kids who are coming in and be supportive of them. And we need to reach those kids. We need to reach the Jaylas, right? And a way that we can do that is transportation, and that's kind of a barrier for us right now. So our club is currently taking personal cars and a kind of a rundown bus to go to the middle school and the high school to bring the older kiddos to the club for after-school programming. And we are proposing that the town will help us with a purchase of a new bus, and you can see that it's new to us, gently used and loved before, but it's a 2014 Chevrolet Collins minibus, and this bus would help us provide more access to those kids. Get the teens coming to the club. They need to be able to be at the club earlier to help with the younger kids getting off the bus. We enroll them in a lot of programs that help with career readiness, with resume building, and they need that access, and we need the bus, and the bus would be creating that access for us. We're proposing that you once again stand up and say yes to our kids, say yes to the kids who need us most, and we know that you already believe in our mission. You know that it's doing good work. We hear from community members all the time that they recognize our club kids, especially in the school systems. We're hearing from the principals and teachers, like they know that when they have a club kid, they're getting tutored at our club. They're getting character and leadership programs at our club. They're learning how to garden at our club. They're taking cooking classes at our club. Community members are starting to see it and feel it, and we just want to continue to be able to provide that service. So with that, I would ask that you move to help us keep the older kids in our clubs. That access will continue through August. We're at La Campana still, and then the school board just voted to move us into school-based sites. So in August, we'll be remaining at Gosport, Patricksburg, and then we'll move into McCormick's Creek and Spencer as their latchkey program while we decide next steps. We would love to see a brick and mortar building in downtown Spencer so that it can be a beacon of a safe space for these kids to go and play and discover who they are and who they're going to become.
Okay.
I'm just gonna speak up because I'm familiar with what you're asking, but it kind of goes into a lot of things that we've been talking about this year. First of all, I wanna say John's not here tonight, and he's an important vote, so we can't make any votes. But, I think that, in my opinion, that, proposal for the, bus is something that we can work with. We were told last year we cannot make any donations or not, we have to have an agreement. What we give you, what you give us back, and it can't be like, kids have a better life isn't something that you can promise us.
Sure.
But, I leave it up to Richard here to see if there's an
I think
agreement
that
for
the
this.
critical item here is the donation, whatever it would be part of a contract where, of course, Boys and Girls Club would be responsible for the driver, the maintenance of the unit and all, and be responsible for its own insurance and maintenance of the property. We just have an annual side contract that particular detail is formed in there. And I'd leave it up to
I would say if you guys came back with a contract, what you could give us in the way of what he just, proposed, and we could give you back.
And we'd like to also see the kinds of statistics that they're given here,
Right.
what
Yes.
kind of ridership you have and how many kids are being serviced by enough. The program, but Boys and Girls Club has been a total
Right.
success in the
Yes.
county, there's no question
Absolutely.
about that. And I think everybody appreciates that, it's just a matter of finding the appropriate funds for
Yes.
this and the appropriate contract documents and all.
Right, so, if you can work on a contract, don't put a dollar amount on it, leave that a blank.
Okay.
And if you wanna share it to us early, before the next meeting or whatever, and, they can have a chance to review it,
Sure.
that's all we would require really, is a contract of some
Okay.
sort.
Okay, great. Could I connect with one of you to ensure that the contract has everything that you
Yes.
would require?
What, I could help with a preliminary
Yes.
draft, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say, I didn't know if you already had it with anybody, but that's required by the State Board of Accounts for us. And
Okay.
I got a lot of check marks on my last audit because I didn't have any.
Okay. Sure.
So we're
And would
working
the
on that.
town like anything in return as far as like signage on the bus, that this bus was presented by?
You can work on that. We support the other bus service,
Yeah,
and
we
might be
work with
similar to
rural
that.
transit, for example,
Yes.
and things like that, and there's no
might be-
signage requirements or like that.
Yes.
It's a rapport that you build up on a natural basis and all.
Yes. So I think that they just report statistics back to us about how many people ride the bus, how many, that kind of stuff, and where they go and stuff like that, so.
Okay.
We can work on that.
Okay.
Any other questions for us about?
No?
So would you need them to
Do
report
you
back
want to,
quarterly or?
Why don't we try to revisit this like the next meeting type thing and all
Yes.
with a draft contract and further details for
Mhm.
my
do
meeting.
you want to have them make an appointment with your
Yeah, I'll get
office? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, sounds great, we got something started here.
All right.
Okay. perfect.
Fantastic, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, we have CEI invoices for phase one improvements. I think that got buried under the bus.
Oh.
All right.
They're under the bus. He said they were under the bus, the invoices.
All right, so we have two invoices. Have you looked at these ahead?
No.
I don't remember if these were in the meeting packet or
Oh,
not.
I thought they were, but
I'm not saying they weren't. I'm just saying I don't
I
remember.
don't remember
Two of you are
seeing them.
sticking
Yeah,
together
so
on that.
preliminary design, final design, bidding, post-construction. Drawings, wetland delineation. So, we have the first, invoice number 66260, Commonwealth Engineering for $7,100.71.
And this is for the phase one improvements.
Yes,
I'm just giving a little more information, which will be paid by the loan. Okay, so, just so we have that out there.
okay, so, motion,
I'll make a motion to accept
okay.
this invoice.
I'll second that, all those in favor? Aye. And then we have another invoice Also from Commonwealth, this one is invoice number 66261 for a total of $88,076.23 for basic engineering services rendered through February 28, 26.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept that invoice as
Second.
well.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Alright.
And do you wanna sign the bottom of them?
Sure.
Just anywhere,
Oh, I'm
they
just trying
have
to
go-
sign by the totals
Okay.
on the sheets. Do you need initial or just sign?
John usually,
I'll sign.
yeah, it doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
hurt.
They usually pay him, but they wanna make sure.
Doesn't
they've
need
got it
dated
approved.
as well.
Yes.
Say the 20th? Yes. Good, because I already wrote it.
Perfect.
There we go.
They don't need to be signed by you, just just so we have them.
I'm just pretending
Approved.
John today. All right. We won't have a police report
No, he is.
at the
yeah.
chief's meeting, so I assume that's going well. All right. Brian?
Thank you. Good news tonight, I'm not asking for any money. No, big shocker.
You're headed for double next meeting.
I will be bringing at least two things in.
All right, good.
Those are the only things I really want to talk about. One is an electrical item.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a quote somewhere, hopefully below $2,000 for one specific part, a capacitor for a blower. Things are getting expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is I'm having commercial services come in and give quotes about some plumbing items we have need to get fixed. Something I'd like to think about is maybe increasing the spending cap for the superintendents.
That's a
Or
good idea, probably.
I don't know how long it's been since that's been done, but
What do you think it is?
it's 1,200 to
Oh,
my
okay,
knowledge.
Okay. It
I
might
just
be.
think everything, every single thing, I mean, one single part I might
Yeah.
have to bring to the board.
Do you have a recommendation for what you feel like would be a more reasonable number?
I want to say,
Do we have to have this in our, we do have to have it in our,
We have got a different number, I
Yes,
think,
we
for
do.
each of the departments to pay because of the difference in the
Right.
equipment that would be involved and all. But, it's up to you, whatever kind of discretionary number you want to put on it and all.
we'll just have to change it.
Unfortunately, the cost of everything has gone up, and
Right.
anything we did 10 years ago at $1,500 is now $3,000, so
But it doesn't
Yep.
matter.
pick your
Ours
poison.
is 1,200.
So it's about
That's what
12,
I was
yeah.
under the impression. I would say, with the times, 2,000 isn't, and it's really not that hard. It doesn't have to necessarily come to the town board, but
You
call
can talk-
to your liaison and say, hey,
Right.
yeah, that might be also,
hey, I need to
That's a
spend
good
this
idea.
much.
Mhm.
maybe
That's
two
the way I've
tiers of it.
Always kind of looked at it.
We would have to change our ordinance was what I was referring to, because it's in our,
Right, so current is 12.
Just something to think about for the future. 'Cause I don't imagine anything's going to plummet in price here.
so that's something we
Yeah,
should probably.
that's a good
address with
suggestion.
John, too.
Yeah.
It is a good idea,
I'd rather wait on John, but it seems reasonable to me.
yeah.
Considering everything's basically doubled in price, it seems like in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Besides those two monetary items I'll be bringing next time, I would like to
Okay.
say everything's been quiet.
Good.
For now. Just a lot of construction going on in town.
Yeah.
Because, spring weather, of course, it's gonna bring a lot of activity in that regard, so trying to keep up with that.
Okay.
But that's everything I had for you.
All right, thank you.
Even if you have a discretionary number that you use with each superintendent and all on purchase and all, if you have an emergency repair, working with the liaison to that department and the clerk treasurer to assure that the funds are available, I think you can not bypass, but you can authenticate and have the transparency to make payment of those kinds of emergency repairs. So you're not without a remedy on a timely basis at all.
And the current ordinance allows for that.
Yes.
excellent.
I think all three of them are always very, you know, we converse all the time about the things, and I might say, call John or call you or
Mhm.
you or whatever, just to make sure it's okay, but I agree, I think it should be moved up so it's not waiting for the next meeting to have.
That makes
vote.
sense to me, especially just 1,200.
Yes.
That's,
And it's been 1,200, I mean.
I think it was
for
1,000
long
when I
time.
started.
Back in
Moved it
Larry
up to,
Parrish's days, it was
Mhm.
1,200.
does 2,000 seem sufficient?
I would personally like to see it a little higher than that.
it may be different for different, like he said,
Yeah.
for different, because his
Okay.
is very, actually, John was able to order all kinds of chemicals for $10,000 or whatever.
Well, we got a special exemption from the
Okay,
board
that's
for
right.
that. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what John says, he'll come up with something
Mhm.
too.
Tony? Tony, you ready?
You're-
Yeah.
Sorry. I've just spoken a little too softly.
The asphalt, this
Mhm.
last week, we got most all of our potholes patched, all of the water cuts, are patched, except for one they was doing today, but for the most part, we're caught up on our patchwork. We did build, here the last couple of weeks, we built 3 new picnic tables. Cost of them was about $220 a piece in lumber, and then.
Yeah, they look nice. I saw them down there.
We was missing one. I wanted to keep an extra one for the next one that comes missing. And then we've talked about, in the future, maybe getting Egamo to pour a pad and put one, by the pickleball courts. A waste can and a picnic
Mhm.
table.
Do we have a trash can in inventory? Okay.
Yes.
If we get that, if a place that just makes sense to put it, I trust your judgment, but
Yeah, I think to the left of the restrooms under the tree, it looks like a nice picnic spot.
yeah,
to me, but-
I've been trying to go down and pick up some trash as we
Well,
go. Oh, did you?
Well, I don't want to,
But-
like the signage, I don't wanna jump the gun, I don't wanna step on toes, I don't know if that's something that's already been planned, but we built a picnic table.
Excellent,
If
thank
it
you, I
comes to
appreciate
that,
that.
we
Yeah,
have
okay. Well, Colleen's gonna give us more of an update here in just a minute on the park itself, so. There you go.
The EPA is gonna be here midweek to bore and drill and tap and whatever the EPA does down there.
Mm-hmm,
On South Main Street. That's their main focus, a couple blocks on South Main Street. They did ask, not a big deal, but I'll let you know, they asked if they could park their bore machine trailer at our Riddles lot for the week.
if that's not in your way, I don't care.
No, I told them don't block the door. They said there was, before they parked it at the sewer plant, but it's kinda hard for them to get it in and out.
Okay,
so.
that makes sense.
The public restrooms on the square will be open this week. The water will be turned on to the water fountains. We're gonna do that probably Tuesday or Wednesday ahead of the first event on the square this weekend, so that'll be going, and
Does that go for the pickleball courts as well? For the water fountain at the pickleball court?
is that a serious question, or are you
It
just
is
stirring the
serious.
pot?
No, I'm sorry.
We were just talking about it, you must not have heard.
I'm sorry.
I have no idea about the public
Yeah.
restroom, that's gonna come up later.
Okay.
We've just been getting yelled at for it on the internet.
I was just doing-
Yeah, I saw that.
I was doing a locate down there and I go up to get water. I'm like, I'm thirsty. Nothing. Fucker.
Stir it up. But the big one, and I was hoping John was gonna be here, cause I know he can post stuff on the town website.
Mhm.
Maybe if he's listening, he can call me tomorrow.
Or you
But
could call him.
I don't know his situation, I don't know, is he sick or
Well,
has he
he's got
got?
a bug now.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
a bug.
I think that,
He's
like a
got some
cough.
kind of infection.
so that on top of,
Yes, he just didn't wanna come down and cough and.
No, that's fine, I just didn't wanna bother, I didn't know what he was doing, but anyways, to the point, EMB is gonna be here to start on our community crossings. They're going to start, weather permitting, depending on what Wednesday and Thursday looks like, they're gonna start milling the streets Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday, and then paving the week after. So I got maps and stuff I wanna see if John can post them on our website.
okay, that'd be good, yeah.
Kind of give a heads up, because there's several areas that it's gonna be rough, cause it's gonna block people in and out for a couple hours at a time.
Yeah.
You just have to deal with it, but that's starting the end of this week, next week, weather
Okay.
permitting, so that'll be great. Scott, did you have anything I left out? Do you folks have any questions for I?
I had a note. So you guys will be able to get the pea gravel dumped on the playground area so that the high school will be able to spread it for that event. And then this is kind of a joint question. They also asked that well, it was John's idea, but mulch around those new trees we have going down hillside, and then have the high schoolers spread it.
Right.
Which would just be purchasing, I think, 36 bags. You know, they're relatively small bags of mulch. Would that, and then
I don't know what the cost is, are you?
they're about
asking-
$3 a bag,
Okay,
so times 36.
Right.
I mean, I could go to Walmart and buy it, but I don't know how I
Well,
purchase on behalf of the
How would
town,
you do that?
or,
How would you do that?
yeah, I was just asking, logistically, what's the easiest way to do this?
Well, I can't purchase at Walmart anymore without getting a
Yes, you
credit
can,
card.
well, that's okay, you can get a
Uh,
credit card.
Okay,
I don't know if our hardware store handles it, but if does Walmart have 36 bags on hand, or?
I can
I
call
haven't checked
tomorrow
it.
and find out.
Okay.
So it's for like.
and we don't need it until that same date, which was
Give me an idea
the,
when that is.
yeah, the first, and then so like if they could be set out the night before, and then the kids could
So
come
around May
spread it,
1st?
and
You're gonna want it by around May 1st?
the 30th, because we need it to already be in place probably, because they're gonna dump the gravel the night before.
Okay.
And then, you know, it's not in the way of kids playing down there, and the high schoolers will come out and rake it around, and then,
we
same
can-
with the
we can
mulch.
find it, source it and see where we can get it.
Okay, that's not a,
Even if it's one of our trailers and a trip to Lowe's or something.
I mean, and I'm willing to do it too, I just didn't know with the purchasing and tax exempt and credit cards and.
But you said 36?
Because there are 18 trees, I think 2 of the,
36 bags is how many pounds, do you think? I mean, what am I, you know, all bags the same size?
no, I was imagining, you know, bags about.
I'll just say 36.
I'll send you a
bags.
link if that helps,
Okay,
of
that
something I was
works.
looking at, what I think.
That's probably better than a truckload of
Especially for
mulch
kids.
in it like we've done.
Well, and I was thinking, you know, if I was mulching it, I'd just get in my truck and shovel it out, but we're having kids
Yeah.
come down, and then
you
it can
could
be
drop them
placed,
off at different
and they can just rip the
places.
bags open,
Yeah.
spread it around by hand, and then it's at least saving the town
Okay,
the,
so I know, they're regular.
yeah, the regular ones, you see
20
at like the gas
pounds or
stations
something.
or in the
Yeah.
lawn and garden
Okay.
sections, yeah.
How many trees up there is
There
there?
are 18 trees, and I was thinking 2 bags. Unless you got bigger bags, then it just needs to cover, you know, it's only about that much per tree, so.
There may be some educational requirements for high schoolers learning how to use a rake.
Some of them are pretty good. Don't tell them too many of them short. We did a nice job on the flower beds in front of the school last year with my crew. All right, and then we already talked about the internet, and we're still trying to get that going.
Yes, I think I got a message just over the weekend from the engineer, and he's like one step away from
Okay.
sending the plans.
Because it'd be nice to get that as we're
Yes.
doing the
So
town
that's the
or
plans, and
ones.
he wants his permits, and then I believe after he gets those, it'll be,
Quick.
they'll start working, but then
Okay.
you'll know, and for you, you'll know exactly where they're going when we get the plan, because you don't want them tearing up the streets after you if you can help it,
Are we
right?
talking about for the internet?
Mainstream.
For at the restroom, so we can do the internet.
Right, but
They're-
I
Based
thought that
walking.
was months away.
Well, they're
Mainstream, I
asking for
thought-
permits, and I don't know how long, it could take a couple of months, let me find out tomorrow. But I thought you wanted it this week, and you do for,
Right, and that's why I thought we was going with Joby.
right, we are.
That's not mainstream, that's a totally different.
That's totally different. Mainstream is gonna present their plan, and their plan may not be complete until September. Or it's not gonna be complete till December. They said sometime before the end of the year they'll be done. But they're gonna have a plan. They'll be showing where they're going. They're gonna be asking, they're gonna be paying for permits.
So
But-
you're not talking the restroom, you're talking.
No, I'm talking everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about the restroom. I
Okay,
think that's what
so
the disconnect
I don't
was.
think it's gonna come in like that.
I mean, we can go crank the valve and turn the water on to the restroom, I assume it's ready for water, I don't.
That was my understanding. Are we jumping ahead?
Yeah, well,
Just
yeah.
move into park a little bit here?
I can get you in contact with Jeff Uli pressure tested it, and then they winterized it. So as far as I'm aware, it should be able to be turned on. But I will confirm, and I will get you guys in contact with each other.
And if it's a matter of someone going down there and just relocking them every night, I can do that until we get
Get the internet.
internet. I mean, I can do
That's
this.
what I'm thinking, because either way, we don't have anything.
Yeah, and I want them to be
Well,
open.
here's my issue.
Yeah.
That I've seen with the other bathroom, that's fine. But without internet, without camera system, you're just asking for things to be ripped off the wall, things, if you're going on it, let's unlock it during the day and lock it at night. I mean, trust me, I've seen what goes on
Okay.
at this restroom.
During the
and
day?
that one's, yes, and that one's even more out of the way. If you wanna turn the water on and open it for your Arbor Day,
Yeah.
that's fine. And you can do what you want, I'm not trying to say that.
No, I appreciate your input. Don't take it that way.
I wouldn't want it opened every day to public without a security system in place.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you cannot rely upon the good behavior of all people,
That's true.
and you have to program for the non-compliant people.
At the very least, can we turn on the water for the drinking fountain for outside? Let's say, pretend we can't do the bathrooms, can we have the drinking fountain run?
When we have this security in
Mhm.
place, it's only for the nights. It's not locked all day long, right?
Well, I think the camera is if someone
Oh, it's the
damages it,
camera.
then you have some
Oh,
recourse
okay.
of action to narrow down when things were
Okay.
damaged or, right,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
DVR, it records months and months of who comes and goes and.
Are they marked to show that they are under surveillance?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
they will be.
Not the ones down here, is that what you was asking?
But they need to be.
Yes, we'll have to put
That's what I was
signs.
gonna say, even put the cameras up with that surveillance, it'd be like fake cameras, people know the cameras are on, even
Right.
if they're not connected yet. I mean, do we not have the cameras up there, or are we waiting for?
There are no cameras up there currently.
Okay, so where do we get the cameras from, the
Once we
internet?
get internet, we need to get with, I assume, Hycom down this bathroom. Hycom will install the door lock system, the cameras, all of that stuff, program it all.
That might just take us into, do you have some updates and
I just
reports
have
then?
one,
They kind of, Parks and Street kind of bleed into each other a little bit, so.
Okay. Yeah, so, I just heard this past week that they are going to clean the court surface on Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 25th, at 8 a.m. So it's a company that's gonna come and get it all prepped and ready for the coating, the sports coating and the lines. And the sports coat and the lines will get put on next week, dependent on weather. So I don't have a date or time for that, but we will have to close off the courts. Can we put signage and
Yellow
tape
tape or
across
whatever?
there or something?
Now, isn't that the same time you're wanting it open for the tree giveaway?
The tree thing is on the
Arbor Day,
25th.
this weekend.
Isn't that what you just
Same
said?
day.
Yeah,
Correct.
Uh-oh.
So we don't actually have, like, I don't,
it'd probably be a bit much to have them open then while they're working anyway.
yeah, I
So
don't think it's imperative.
that kind of worked out, I guess.
I would say just like, I don't know, the drinking fountain.
Mhm.
But, yeah. So,
Is there, and I asked about that before, I don't know, is there not like swinging gates to close it off?
No.
no,
That,
that was never the plans.
okay, I mean, yeah, we could take like plastic
Yeah.
barricades that say, but.
You can put some cones up, maybe.
Right. I mean, they're only as good as a.
That's fine,
piece of
and that's
plastic
fine,
sitting there.
just some signage, that's all. I mean, I'll create the signage. There's, the bathroom signs will be installed tomorrow, just saying like that it is a bathroom, but doesn't matter if it's not completed yet.
So you want something down there before Friday to block off? Okay, we can do that, that's no problem.
Thank you.
Which ones?
Well, didn't you just get a big shipment of barricades?
I got 4 barricades that were, remember we talked at the last meeting?
I forgot.
Leaving some for the,
Mhm.
Okay, it seemed like a lot,
Yeah.
they were big and long, I was
Oh,
just
okay.
curious, okay. I guess I didn't picture them like that.
So we need to get the cameras and internet out there as soon as possible then. We can't wait on the fiber people, which is
That's what I'm
annoying.
thinking, cause
Yeah,
it's not gonna be probably up there until, say, October, November,
mhm.
because that's their time, they're gonna just
Yeah,
start.
it would be unacceptable to
Right.
leave them sit for a year.
Yeah.
But if Marcy is already working on with Joby,
Marcy told me to talk to Joby, I called Joby, or Joby called me, and, then he started asking me questions about where it was and all this kind of stuff, and I said, if you want details, I'll have Tony call you, cause I got his number, I'll call him.
because they have their fiber box literally.
So you two
right-
get together, you and Joby, since he didn't call you, I would, and you have his number, I could give him a call.
And that's fine, so we're okay to go with RC
Yes,
because you
yes.
wanted
Yeah.
to wait on the
I
other.
did until I came up and said, we're not gonna have it.
It just was taking too long, yeah,
Tomorrow.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the confusion, cause,
No,
yeah,
it's-
okay.
Before leaving that subject matter of the new courts and everything else and all, I had talked with Cheryl by email about the fact that we needed to let our insurance carrier know that we have this new activity going on.
I did.
And I also was recommending that there be someone from the Parks and Rec Department and all who could, on a regular basis, physically examine the properties on a regular basis and all, taking pictures just to keep up with what's going on down there. It could get out of hand in a hurry, and so it would be good to have a routine built
That's
into
true.
the practice and all.
Sorry, I'm taking notes, okay. I feel like I belabored that point a bit, I apologize, but I think we are fine to move on to.
Well, anytime something's ready to open, there's a lot of little ends that you have to finish up.
Uh-huh. And then people wanna use it, and they're upset, and it's understandable, I suppose. Alright, planning and zoning,
Do you have anything else before we move on?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Sorry.
no. Planning and zoning,
No meeting this month, we're good.
redevelopment,
We had one last month and all, and we are still working on our project to get the appraisals of the property here on Short Street. Should have those in hand by the end of the month, and then in May, we will be looking to put out requests for proposals and all.
excellent.
What kind of organization, is that a 503C
The
something?
redevelopment,
Yes.
it's a municipal organization, so
So
it's,
is that a 503?
I don't think it needs a 503 designation.
It was something that Tom had asked me about, he said if it's
I just talked to Tom the other day, and he
I
said
did
there's
too.
no problem with the paying the bill to the bank and all that
Yes,
stuff
and we
and all.
talked about that, but he
Yeah.
said, but what kind of organization is it? He keeps, and I just ignored it, I
Let me
said,
look it up.
okay. He said it's.
John
not a
normally
503C.
does fire territory, does anyone have any fire territory information?
Are they going, oh no, this weekend they're on a training FDIC
Okay.
thing in Indianapolis.
Richard, do you have anything for us?
Well, I was looking at a couple of things. One is I got notes here from, I believe Marcy, trying to give us our Form 104s and the CR1s for real property, CF2s for the personal property, for World Arts, and for Indiana Cast Stone. Boston Scientific, I think, is out there too.
Henry
So,
Holster was the third one.
We need those reports to come in to us so that we can approve those so that they can go on to the county. And I have been harping on this every year that we need those reports to come to the town board. Okay, they've been, in the past, they've been diverted to the auditor's office and then we get them late, so we need them now, okay? So,
Is that connected to the abatements that we
Yeah.
did this morning?
Mhm. I usually, the chamber and economic
Oh,
development
was he not
here
on
in
the
the
minutes?
town,
Shoot.
would
I was
look
wondering why I
at
was hanging around.
those
So-
particular
oh shoot, I'm knee deep in it.
characteristics of the tax abatement process and determine whether there's compliance or not,
Okay.
and recommend.
Okay.
But that's on the matter. The other thing I had was the notice to proceed and the agreement for the contract. Where are we on that now?
That's where I'm talking about.
Okay, perfect segue. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Lorenz. So at the last town council meeting, the council gave notice of award to Graves Construction Services. So to follow it up, we gave them the notice of award. They provided payment performance bonds that met the contract. They've also provided a certificate of insurance that meets the contractual requirements. So today what we have is, number one, is the owner and contractor agreement. So this would need to be executed to allow Graves Construction Services to be a contract for the work. The contract amount includes all the mandatory alternates, since we got really good bids. I think the price was the $7,777,777. Even, no 77 cents.
They didn't even round up.
But, so I recommend that town approve or execute this contract between Graves and town so they can start their contractual obligations here.
Does that have
The
John's?
biggest issue we have is it's for the signature of the town.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
so
can
we'll
all
just have
go
to,
over it.
yes, so I'll have to, I can leave it here as long as you guys go ahead and approve it.
Yeah,
Okay.
approve it
Sign
with the authority for the president to sign,
Yes.
and he at his convenience can get in to sign that.
Okay, I will make a motion, we approve it.
I will second. All those in favor? Aye.
We'll probably get it signed tomorrow. Do you want me to? Scan it?
Yes, scan, yeah, if you can scan him, that'd be great.
That's
These have
called the
seals.
agreement.
These actually have seals on
Okay.
it, so we can just get the original from here if you wanna mail it, to us, however we wanna work it out. And then, I do also have the notice to proceed, which we have, this has got John's signature on here too, so the acting town council president. But this actually gives starts the construction clock. So we've executed the contract, and then this gives the days, which we have in the contract right now being 425 calendar days from the notice to proceed to substantial completion. So it's a big contract, a lot of work that has to be done. But this, I recommend the town council approve giving the notice to proceed dated May 4th to start the construction clock for Graves Construction.
Can I have a motion?
Oh, I make a motion again, yeah.
All right, I'll second. All those in favor? Aye.
All right, so then the next item, no action here, just want to give you an update. We'll have a kickoff meeting, and I understand, I don't think everybody can attend, or if you don't wish to, it's no big deal. In the kickoff meeting, that's just going to be the technical information to get the contractor started. You're welcome to attend if you want. It's going to be a remote meeting, but it will be May 5th. And I think Ryan said he's kind of slow, but it's going to be picking up here for you soon once the construction starts, so.
Do you have an idea what time that meeting would start?
Stuff breaking is slow.
Everything else is fast.
Fixing some things.
Let's keep the breaking stuff slow.
Let me look and see what they landed. We had a lot of personnel to try to get involved here. Looks like it's at maybe 10 a.m. local time here.
And what date is that?
It's
May
remote.
5th.
May
So a
5th.
day after the contract start date, which was May 4. I might be able to jump on that one a bit late, but I should be able to jump into that one.
Okay. Cheryl, I'll leave these here with you then. You
And
can
I'll get
sign
it back.
those.
I'm sure John will come in tomorrow.
Sorry to make you wait. I was
Oh,
just moving down my sheet.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, well, I know you have a long drive ahead of you.
You don't happen to know if we expect the UV system to be ready for the next coordination season?
We'll see what the contractor will get this.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk here.
I got you.
All right.
All right, thank you.
So that takes us back to the clerk, unless, did you have one more thing?
One more thing, and this is just a generic thing to open a door for future discussion. Now, the concept of what is going to happen in the tax revenue this year is really
Yeah.
a puzzle. You talk to the state legislators and some of the representatives, and they seem to infer anyway that they don't even know what the consequences of what their most recent legislation has caused. They don't know the consequences of it and all. The problem is they were trying to cap the amount of tax liability so it would not hit so hard. But simultaneously, you've got reassessments going on, you've got all kinds of confusion as to what funds are going to be available. And, you know, even the governor's choice to reduce the excise tax for a period of time, given everything else, is going to have implications, because that means that excise tax is not going to be collected, which is not going to be available for road maintenance. And so the whole budget situation is in some degree of disarray. If we can begin the process of even trying to find out what the real world is going to be, it would be a good thing. We should have some value added because of the Texas Pike Cook improvements and all. There should be some measurable value to that particular revenue stream, and that's there. But we really need to get a hold of what is happening here, and there doesn't seem to be a single source that can give you that answer.
Last week, I got it, and you may have seen it in the thing that we get with all the messages, that they were going to have a seminar, or not a seminar, webinar today for LOIT, and it sounded like nobody knows what's going on. That's how the whole message read. I wasn't here, I had a doctor's appointment, but I do have it available. So I don't know who wants to see it. I can give you, send a link.
We
can
do
share
need to
it.
see it because.
Yes, because it was very confusing whether they knew, but they were gonna give all these options of what might come to
There are some implications that the state is seeking to move down to local level the taxing responsibilities, which takes a little bit out of their plate and puts it on yours. But, you know, unfortunately, government is not free. It has to have money to run, and there are budgets. And we all know that the utilities keep going, and the things break, and things need to be replaced and renewed, and you have these costs and expense, and they have to be paid. So
I'll let you know. I'll get you guys if you wanna sit down and watch it or whatever.
Okay,
So,
try to figure it out the best we
If I can
can.
make it available to everybody, I will.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything else?
The only thing I wanna mention
Mhm.
is, when you sign those minutes, go through the minutes. Go through every page, cause half of them are missing signatures, so.
Oh, okay, I thought I had
Go back
it
in
up to date. I
January.
must have missed some then.
So
I apologize.
that, and I do not have a March bank statement done, but I'll have it for the next meeting.
Okay.
But we're keeping up. I'm right there.
Right on the cutting
We're
edge.
really good.
Does anyone have any old business? I was wanting to discuss the parking meters and maybe start moving forward to getting rid of them. I feel like we kind of
Oh,
had that
definitely.
discussion, but without John, we'll
Yes.
table that for yet another meeting.
Yes,
But
we will.
I'm ready to move forward with trying to figure out selling them off to
I was
someone
going to-
or
In fact, I was gonna
something.
suggest it, but maybe I'll let John do it, but put it out on that feed that we get, saying that we have them, cause
have we sold some before?
we sold a whole bunch of the older ones. Now, these are the automatic ones, the other ones were the manual ones.
Yeah.
So these should be, and we got quite a bit of money, I would
Okay.
say $15,000 to $25,000 for them.
Because I had a half-baked idea about something to do with them if we
We'll
kept
feel
them,
about all
but
of them.
it'd probably make more sense just to do that. Okay, well, so just have that in your brain space. We've been talking about that
Yeah,
for
some towns,
4 years.
yes.
bef-
all of
you
that,
know,
Yes, and we're not doing anything with them down there. We need to clean them out every once in a
Yeah,
while.
and more business owners are,
They
I
don't
think,
want-
on board.
Yes,
And I kind of want to defer to them because it's
right.
affecting them, so. All right, that's all I had on that. Public comments? Or any other new business? Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second? Aye, go away. We're done.
Objections there. You look at
Yeehaw.
me like I'm gonna object.
All right.
Did you see this? There wasn't Lisa.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I didn't either.
Tony, I'm sorry if there's all this confusion with this park thing. I really don't want you to feel like I'm frustrated with you or anything. It's just trying to get these other contractors on the same page, and I feel like